Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back again to talk with you about the most interesting news stories here for the week of March 5th, 2024 here on News AF.
If a story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yeah, that's right. News AF is back here streaming live, except if you're on Facebook here today, as we're back together to talk about everything that's going on here today. And back with us, of course, he's Pickleball's top influencer, America's dad, all around great guy, our friend. It's Tyson Apostol. Tyson, how are you?
I am doing great. I mean, what else you got going on today? You're not scrolling Instagram. That's down. Nobody's been on Facebook for a long time. Threads didn't really take off.
No,
so,
Threads is way down right now.
Yeah. So we're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're other places probably. I don't know. Twitch. Twitch. Surreybot joined us already.
Yeah.
So, things are good. We're all almost 45 here. Two of you are 45. I'm almost 45.
Yeah.
And I think the worst part about being this age is our teeth. Like,
I
chipped a crown yesterday.
Your
like
teeth?
Age.
What's wrong with your teeth?
It's just like there's always little issues, and there's no.
Speak
you're
for
not
yourself.
You're not improving your teeth at this point.
Yeah.
There's no way to improve your teeth.
Like
you can't make them.
flossing,
You
maybe?
can't make them better than they are.
I did get a
not like-
night guard, Danny.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I use something like that.
Yeah,
too.
and I wear Invisalign every night, but it's not like, okay, I feel a little like out of
Tyson,
shape. I'll
what's
go to the gym.
happened?
Yeah.
What's
I just
happened
broke
here?
a crown, and I went
Mm.
in and got it fixed, and everything's fine. But it's just like it just struck me that I was like,
You'll
this
never
isn't
have
getting
super
better.
teeth.
I'm gonna have more crowns in the future, probably. I'm not having less for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not getting less crowns.
At what point do we go like all in on just fake teeth?
Yeah, we go full Kanye. Get the titanium grill. Right?
I mean, you can't.
Is
no,
that why he
that's
did
not
it?
re-
He's a little
no.
older than us.
Are those
No.
Are those good now?
I don't think they're
No.
good for you, but he does look like Jaws.
Yeah, they're not
from,
good for you.
Bond.
So because they have to do an implant into your jaw with
Ooh.
that. And even like some of your
No.
small teeth up the front, like they're not even sure that that those hold. So it's like take care of your teeth for sure. But like right now, that's the part where I'm just like
You're
little
really bumming me out because you broke.
Yeah,
a
this
crown
was
and
kind
now
of a
you're-
downer
Oh,
to
these
start off with.
Your teeth aren't
I'm
getting
just-
any younger.
They're not. They can't. But you can reverse your age a little bit in your body by exercise and diet and sleep and that stuff. You cannot with teeth. There's
Tyson,
nothing to do.
There might be a tooth breakthrough around the corner. Okay, I keep reading.
He just had
about
one.
it. It's but
I
like
had a full
science,
breakthrough.
Science, a breakthrough, science. That guy got his sperm down to 18 years old. He's got 18-year-old sperm inside of.
That's a lie, dude.
That's what he
That's
claims.
a lie.
You
The
don't want to say you have
biohacker-
18-year-old sperm inside you.
That's
You
what he
don't wanna say
said.
that.
That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
And now he's so if he can de-age that, Tyson. I'm just saying the science to de-age. your
What's the
teeth.
guy doing that's getting like the blood transfusions? Is he getting anything like any teeth transfusions?
We need to find out. We need to contact the most annoying millionaire on the planet Earth and find out what he's doing for his teeth. He might not even be aware that his teeth are showing his age.
Yeah, that's the don't look a gift horse in the mouth is what they say, and that probably pertains to some
To
degree
the
looking
teeth.
the ageless man in the mouth.
You're like that horse has everything, and then you looked at his teeth. You're like, oh, dude, except for the
old.
Old.
There's
He's got
nothing you
old
can
teeth.
do. Teeth are the one thing that's just like once they start going, there's
know what,
no
Tyson?
They keep going.
Silver lining. You live in the modern age, so you don't have to have them pulled out when there's a problem. You won't end up with wooden dentures.
Oh yeah.
A lot of work can be done. You can look beautiful, Tyson. Don't worry about it.
No, I know you can look beautiful, but it's just like every day it's just like my tooth is tingling a little bit. Is that a problem? They're like, no, it's just a little sensitive right now. Did you have citrus? Yeah, I did. Okay, well, that citrus isn't good for him. It's like, oh, okay, I'll stop eating citrus.
My molars are aching. Must be a storm coming.
Exactly.
That's what you sound like.
Listen,
I didn't expect this. I'm
Yeah.
going to be
No.
honest. Like out of all the things I expected to come out of Tyson's mouth, I mean the teeth
The teeth
literally
came
are
out
one
now.
of them.
Yeah.
But like,
look
not
at
the
my
complaint.
teeth are beautiful.
Mhm.
They're
I don't want to
beautiful.
look now.
Yeah, they don't feel beautiful.
They don't feel beautiful.
Well, let's bring in a man who, very ironically, that one of my other podcast co-hosts for the longest time says that he thought for some reason that Danny Bryson was a dentist. Here he is. It's Danny Bryson, not a dentist.
Not
Yeah.
a dentist. I wouldn't want to be a dentist. I
Who
have a
thought
great
he was a
dentist,
dentist?
One of my co-hosts, Akiva, that we do, Rob and Akiva need a podcast where we spin
Yeah.
the wheel of ideas.
Yeah.
He said for some reason he was under the misconception that Danny Bryson is a dentist.
I guess
Danny,
there's
have
worse
you been
things that could be.
misrepresenting yourself
Maybe. Do I talk a lot about
on YouTube?
Dude,
Are you
oh.
like, hey, amateur mediocre with your resident dentist, Dr. Daniel Bryson?
I think I did tell a story once, and maybe this is an episode you listened to, where I argued with my dental assistant over tooth technology.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
you
she
did
was
do
like,
that.
that will never happen about the technology. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
can you say that? That's insane.
And you referred to her as your dental
My dental assistant.
Maybe. Yeah. Like I was
Could
arguing
be.
with my dental assistant.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, that could have been it. There it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going the-
Jacob
Yeah.
is on Twitter and on YouTube.
Yes.
Double dipping. I like that.
Double-
That pads our stats. If everybody could get on their
Yeah,
YouTube
open it up in
accounts
2 windows,
and-
please.
and their Twitter, you can mute one of the
Mhm.
windows, but have it playing in both.
Yeah. Okay.
So really smart, Jacob. Thank
All
you
right.
for your support.
Well,
doing
you're
the
limited
Lord's
on how
work
many
over here.
windows you can open it up on, because as of right now, about for the last hour, Facebook and Instagram, and I would thought I was going crazy because I was like trying to log in to go to the Group AF Facebook group, because that's where
Yeah.
I was putting all the stories together, and I tried to go there. And it's like, well, you have to log in. I'm like, what do you mean log in? I was just in. And
Yeah,
then it was like
yeah.
I was resetting my password 100 times, and then I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Resetting passwords? That's
Mhm.
next level.
You
Yeah.
went so far to reset your password. So I went
I
to-
did.
Instagram keeps just constantly saying unable to load. So it's just
Mhm.
showing you stuff from like weeks ago that's like cached in your RAM. I don't know how it works.
Right.
Mhm.
No, that
But-
sounds right.
There is stuff in there, but it's old. And then I was like, oh, that's weird. And then but I didn't think anything of it. And then on Twitter, it was like everything's down. And
Yeah.
then I went to Facebook and it did the login thing, and I was like, confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
And we're
It's all
still
down.
waiting for the reports on whether or not Threads is down. Somebody has
No,
to
it's
actually go
down.
log into
Yeah.
Threads.
But everybody's forgotten their password, so nobody can
Mhm.
get back in.
Nobody
Thread-
noticed.
Threads is the most obviously down. I checked it after the other two just to see, and it doesn't even bring a screen up. It just like
Yep.
keeps like like it's going to bring a screen up, but there isn't one.
Tyson, have we gotten word from the metaverse? Can somebody check in
Oh
on
my
on
God.
our friend in the metaverse to see if he's okay?
Oh my! Can you
Okay.
imagine, dude? Like, no, this is like from one of those movies where they have the headset on, metaverse shuts down, those guys slip into a
They
coma.
go blind.
Mhm.
Yeah, they slip into a full coma or something, and now you have to.
No,
Somebody
no,
now
Tyson.
has to go revive them when everything's up and running.
They
again.
lose all the feeling in their lower body because their brain
Yeah.
doesn't think that they have one anymore because
Yeah.
they've been too quickly reinserted into the real world.
Mhm.
Mhm. Bring
They
me
have
back.
to go- they have to go get amputated from the waist down because that's just dead. Dead.
Okay. All right. So we got a lot of stories to talk about. I guess let me jump into a different one then. In light of the, maybe is Facebook over? Maybe it's back up by the time you're
Oh,
listening
man.
to the
How
podcast
refreshing would
version.
that be, though? To just
It might
be like,
it might change everything because we've talked about this when the study was originally published and there was some pushback. It was back in August that there was an article about how study had shown that young people in California aged 18 to 30 were reporting no sexual partners in the prior year, an all-time high of 38%. But it's not just young people. It seems as though that many people are not having the sex as much anymore. And the thought
robots?
is it's the fault of the smartphone.
really, it's
That
not
makes sense.
marriage's fault.
Well, people have been married for a long time.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right.
Yeah, they used
You're
to
right.
pump out so many babies and be married.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll see a spike 9 months from now. Like, where did all these babies come from? And then
Yeah.
trace it back to this outage.
Okay. Yeah, here's some, we got some charts here.
Oh,
Okay.
I love charts.
This is the share of people having sex at least once a month over the last year. Okay. And so as you see, as the age goes up, okay, in both, it's kind of like a rainbow roller coaster a little bit, but from 1989 to 1993, people of all ages were having more sex.
I like how they also have this broken down into religion. Like,
That's because, that's because there was less to do back then. That like to do stuff, you had to actually go out and do stuff. 1989 to 1993. Now, like if there's nothing to do, it's not like, oh, we're at home alone, there's nothing to do. Now it's like we're at home alone, let's scroll
there's
Facebook.
always something to do.
There's always something to do if you have a smartphone.
Yeah.
So now, and probably streaming also probably adds to that. So and like
less plastic inside of us. I'm sure those are affecting hormones. So
but remember how the plastics increase our girth, though, Danny? Remember that?
I just think that they reevaluated the numbers on girth and just like adjusted it for, I don't know,
plastics to give a positive.
Plastics.
It's plastic.
It's not that bad. Looking at this graph, is it?
Yeah, it looks like it's fine. It's just like maybe we're more responsible now.
It's all like limpy.
Yeah.
Like that's what I thought of when I looked at it. I said that's a very limp graph.
But it's interesting, especially for single people, that you would think that the smartphone, especially with the online dating, you would think that people would be meeting more people. You would think it would lead to some kind of a
I don't think this counts. I don't think this is counting metaverse coitus.
Metaverse coitus?
Yeah. You can't have coitus in metaverse. You don't have a lower half, Tyson.
Yeah. And you know that Zuckerberg's watching. Like as soon as you start getting romantic with people in the metaverse, there's a warning that comes up that's like, Mark is watching. And you're just like, it's like in regular life, like anytime you're like, it's like, oh, somebody's watching from heaven. And you're like, oh, shoot. But here it's in the metaverse, it's the Zucks. So, and that's held over everybody's head as they go into the metaverse and they're just like, we should do something crazy. And then it's like flash warning on your screen. Mark Zuckerberg is watching.
No,
not anymore.
It used to be God is watching. Now Mark is watching.
Exactly.
Also, if you read any news, you'll notice that younger people hate, and I guess I'm speaking for an entire generation right now, but I've read a lot of articles where it's like they hate the whole online dating thing. So it's not hard to believe that they're not getting as much sweet lovemaking because the whole scene is just a mess. Just a mess.
Not all it's cracked up to be. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Amy Bonner in the chat says that she thought it was strange when she heard teenagers didn't want their licenses, didn't care about getting their driver's license, but this is just sad. Yeah, I agree. Listen, if I could go back in time and not get my driver's license, I'd probably do that because I'd prefer to have other people just drive me around.
Yeah, I would like that too. But also there are times when you definitely need a driver's license to get away from people.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah,
like, can't you
I think
Uber?
you want it.
Yeah.
Dude, married people are still having more relations.
I don't know. I kind of feel like when it was of age for us to get driver's license, and I think even people older than us, that you wanted the driver's license, so I got to get out of here. Where am I going? I don't know. Now, I don't think my kids are ever going to move out.
Yeah.
Do you want them
I
to?
don't care.
I mean, I would like them to get their own place one day, but I'm not sure my wife does.
Look, if they were good at home improvement, I'd love for them to stick around. But as far as I could tell right now, none of them are inclined to do any kind of repair work on all the holes.
They're the opposite.
Walls.
They're the opposite, right? They put the holes.
You know what's funny is that this is the one time when a graph is a great representation of what it's representing. You know what I mean? Like if it was an exponential growth of banging, it would be like very erect. And now this, I just enjoy
it. Very like over the hill and droopy.
Yeah, it's like murder. Like if you could put this graph into a sound, that's what it would be. Murder.
Yeah.
I love looking at it.
All right. We talked a couple of weeks ago about how they were outlawing the signs on the road where people can put funny messages to remind people
Finally,
to
getting to
buckle
what
up
matters.
and pay it. Don't be distracted when you're driving. And this is a great example why they needed to do exactly that, because in Washington, somebody hacked the display warning to say the message, "Angry raccoons ahead."
Russians. That's what it has to be. Macedonians or Russians. I could
Mhm.
use a sign like this in front of my street because the
Wait,
other
is
day
it Macedonians or Macedonians?
I just said it how the podcast I listened to said it. I had 55 turkeys in my neighborhood the other day. 55 turkeys.
How do
That's
you
a lot
know?
of turkeys because we
55
stopped and counted
turkeys.
them. And we could have used a sign like this because
Wild turkeys
wild turkeys now they're becoming more domesticated by the day.
Yeah,
in your
we've talked about
neighborhood.
the turkeys on the loose.
Yeah, but I haven't really.
55 turkeys.
I don't remember because I lived in that same
Gang of
area that
turkeys.
Danny lives in, and I don't even think I ever saw a wild turkey in a
They've
neighborhood.
exploded because no one's killing the turkeys. I could have killed
Mm.
like 15 of them with my car the other day. I
Yeah.
didn't want to damage my car.
you
There's
wouldn't
just
do
so
that.
many.
Yeah.
So many. So maybe this isn't, maybe there were a bunch of angry raccoons.
No, this was a prank.
Okay, but if you saw a sign about warring
Mhm.
angry raccoons, I wouldn't be surprised. If there was a dumpster nearby and you had a sign that said, careful,
Yeah.
fighting
Mhm.
raccoons, I'd be like, oh, for sure.
Well, Danny,
The
are
second,
most
the second I see this sign, I'm like, get the cameras out. We're slow rolling through this area, and we are finding these angry raccoons. Yeah, I'm
Not
Danny,
a
not
great sign.
interested.
are most raccoons angry in your experience?
If they're fighting over resources, I think like
Mhm.
raccoons could get pretty angry. Have you ever seen videos of them fighting in a dumpster or swarming a
Yeah.
dumpster? They don't look happy.
Mm.
And there's always those sounds like as they're
Yes,
like you hear
hissing.
tumbling and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a house party at Danny's
Whoa.
family's cabin a long time ago. There
Okay.
was lots of people there, maybe 30 or 40 people, maybe more. And there was a raccoon out on the balcony. And girls from the party were like tossing it morsels of food. And I was like, this could go very, very bad for
Wrong.
one of these girls. And it didn't. But I was like, and I wasn't hopeful because a raccoon attack would be horrifying and painful.
Yeah.
But I definitely thought that somebody was going to get attacked.
Yeah, because raccoons, I don't see them as being soft and cuddly. I mean, they're born with a bandit mask look on their face. So it's like already they're shifty. And so if I saw a sign like this, I don't think prank. I think, okay, avoid this area. There is a giant herd of raccoons
Mhm.
fighting over a dumpster somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely not a
Yeah.
prank.
So the person who is the head of the Spokane traffic control said that the sign had been hacked
Mhm.
and they have not found the culprit and they don't know how they got into the system.
That you don't want to tell them that because now they know they've committed
Yeah.
the perfect crime.
He also said that he's not sure exactly how the sign was hacked or what the sign was originally supposed to have said.
Also, what if this person is a hero citizen? Like he hacked it for a good reason to warn
there
of
was
warring
the-
raccoons.
Yeah. And also, if you're law
Mhm.
enforcement or authority, don't you want to say you have no idea or leads? So then they come back and then you get them.
Lay the
Mhm.
trap.
Oh, you think
Tyson.
they honeypotted them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
leave the next one wide open digitally. And then when he
Mhm.
reaches his hand in to talk about like fighting geese or something,
Pop.
bam.
Get 'em.
They got him. I think they were happy, they said, because they were very relieved that they did not say something more offensive than
Yeah,
angry
they-
raccoons ahead.
So they sent out a thank you. Thank you to the hackers. Yeah.
Yes. He said that they could have been a lot more brutal, noting that there have been horror stories of signs in other places that have been hacked to display messages that are inappropriate.
Look at this list. So they contacted the Department of Fish and Wildlife, right? And
Yeah.
this is what they said about angry raccoons, trying to make it sound like raccoons are never angry. As long as raccoons are kept out of human homes, not cornered, and not treated as pets, they are not dangerous. I only see them around homes, and
Yeah.
I only see them getting cornered. Like, when do you ever see like a raccoon in an open field in the mountains?
At
Never.
play.
right? They're
You
always like in a dumpster or in someone's trash can in a
You see them
corner
crossing a road or something once in a
to
while.
go to
but
another corner.
to go to another corner, it
Like
is
they're
true.
only dangerous.
Yeah. They are always on high alert.
And they carry rabies still. Like, how come we haven't been able to get them in on the vaccination game? And we can eradicate
Are you
rabies?
saying that the raccoons are anti-vax, Danny?
I think
Are
they
they
might be.
anti-vax racks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be so easy too. We could just sprinkle some vaccine on all the dumpsters and garbage cans where there's lots of
Mhm.
raccoons and eradicate it. Then I wouldn't have to
Yeah.
be worried if I got bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where does rabies start?
What do you mean, like in your body after you've been bit, or
No, which animal? Like, because you got to hit it from the ground floor. You can't like.
Mm.
Is it bats? Is it rats? Is it mice? Is it like
Oh,
bobcats?
you're
Is
saying
it-
go to the source?
You have to find the source and eradicate
a
it
good
there,
question.
and then moving up the rabies food chain, you'll have eradicated it everywhere.
Mm.
Angry raccoons ahead. See, look at that. They're already wearing a mask. And the picture they post isn't one of a nice raccoon.
No, they
It's
posted a
very
very
aggressive.
angry picture of a raccoon.
Yeah.
One of the
So-
angriest I've ever seen.
So this is the first time a hack sign
Tyson, look
actually.
look at this. Look
Yeah,
at this
it's very
picture.
upset.
Is this fear mongering
Oh,
of the
geez,
raccoon? Look at this
dude.
thing.
Yeah, that does look fierce. It looks like an apex predator there.
And then look, that's not the only raccoon in the picture. You don't even see the other angry
Jeez.
ones in the background.
Oh, let's see.
Man.
Yeah. Okay. Angry raccoons are out there.
Yeah.
All right.
If they wanted to be like, this is a prank and do not, then they should have put like a domesticated raccoon with like a baby holding it.
Or
But
like-
here they have like
yeah.
the most horror. You're like, that thing could definitely take off a finger, maybe a huge chunk of my arm, and give me rabies.
Yeah, angry pandas in the area would be a better prank.
Yeah, something that doesn't exist there. What about murder
Mhm.
hornets? Would that be hilarious?
Murder-
No.
yeah.
No, two on point. 'Cause this is the Pacific Northwest. They've
Yeah.
had murder hornets.
Yeah, but it's the winter in the Pacific Northwest.
You think murder hornets can't handle the winter? I don't know. They're pretty big.
I think
It's
they're not
mild
out
winter.
flying around. I don't think they're out flying around in the winter.
They're out just
Mhm.
having giant
Spo-
breeding
Spokane
parties.
Spokane is a cold area. It's on the east of Washington state, up in across from northern Idaho. It's like
That's
one of the
all
coldest
the cold
places.
area.
Mhm.
Really.
Yeah, that's really cold up there.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah.
Is
That's
this
not
confirmed in our chat that we have some news at this hour that Facebook is back?
Oh, my
Check.
goodness.
is there a way to
We're back, baby. Look,
'Cause
and luckily,
people-
after I tried 100 times to change my password, luckily I didn't have to.
Do you remember your new password?
No,
You're
not.
screwed.
Yeah.
Totally screwed. Okay, so yeah, so let's just double check. It looks like our Facebook group AF is still out there. Very excited.
Facebook is back, but Instagram is not.
Oh, okay.
One at a time, Tyson.
One at a time. Facebook group still exists. Okay, come check it out. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Whew, that was close. All right, good, because good, just in time. Facebook is back. Let's talk about a Facebook group that's out there. This was a story that Docs in the chat had sent in about that there is a Facebook group for women to check out if they're dating the same guy.
This is a good idea. And I read something similar where women, I don't know if it's this site or another one, but women give information on guys. So you can go check out the guy you're dating and find out if he's a total
Yeah, that's a different
Chad,
one.
Brad, or Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
or Dear
uh,
John. After
Yeah,
the
yeah, exactly.
Show and podcast.
So these types of
Mhm.
sites are popping up. Maybe they've existed for a long time and now they're just getting the press.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I would say, is there any concern, Tyson, that maybe this is a trap where it's like, hey, I just found this great guy. Is anybody else here dating him? Here's his
Yeah.
picture. Here's his job. He makes so much
He's
money.
incredible.
So hot. He's great
incredible.
in bed. So good looking. He's got a nice car. Nobody else is dating this guy, right? Yeah. Not
Yeah.
yet. Not
Yeah.
yet.
Good point.
This
He's
is
dateable.
exactly. This was created by a man for
Mhm.
his self-promotion.
Yes.
In a sexless world, they're basically sharing information.
It's like,
about
I
the last
found the
couple
good
guys
one.
still
Nobody else
working.
has got him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody take him. Nobody take him. Here's his phone number.
Hmm. Yep. Here we go. Here's Are We Dating the Same Guy NYC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So you could go by city to see, are we dating the same guy?
135,000 members, private group.
Mhm.
How do
Yeah.
we get into this group?
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think maybe you need like a burner account to get in there, because I think that really, and I don't know how many of the women that are in the groups feel this way. Like, I think I just want to be in there for the drama. I think it's like, okay, most of the posts are going to be like, oh, is anybody dating this guy? Anybody dating this guy?
Yeah.
But then when they got one, boy, it's showtime,
It's like The Bachelor.
right? Would you
Yeah,
want to be there when they
probably.
find one? Like, wait, hold on. What do you mean?
That would be pretty cool to watch that unfold.
Yeah.
in both
Does he have
lines.
a birthmark on his
Yeah.
lower back
Yeah. Does he have
of
a twin
Whistler's
brother?
mother?
Does he have a twin brother? Because the man I'm dating is named Benjamin, but looks identical.
Mhm. Does he have a chipped crown?
Mm.
Not anymore. Got it fixed.
Does he have extremely vascular quads?
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That would narrow it down to a small
Mhm.
percentage of the
Yeah,
population.
very small percentage.
Do his boots fill with boot juice?
Yeah, boot
Is-
juice sweat.
I should make a drink, an energy drink called
Boot
boot
juice?
juice.
Why
Right?
don't you?
I don't know, because it's the best way to market an energy drink right now is to talk about how healthy it is and all the healthy things that I put in there to make you have energy. But at the end of the day, it's 300 milligrams of caffeine. They're like, oh,
It's
use,
Panera lemonade.
yeah, they're like, we use special dongberries from the coast of whatever. and-
Dongberries.
Yeah, just all the, I say that because recently I read an energy drink and it made me laugh.
Juice
they're
from
like-
the dongberries of the
Yeah.
Bryson tree.
Right. And they're like, you go through the list, and at the end, it's like also contains 200 milligrams of caffeine. You're like, oh, that's the only
Mhm.
ingredient that really matters.
700 milligrams
Boot
of
juice.
guarana. Yeah.
Tyson, will you push my boot juice?
Yeah.
Maybe
For
I could
50% equity.
maybe I get some of these chads to push boot juice on this Facebook group, right?
Listen.
Date
but-
multiple women. No, listen to my strategy. Date
Okay.
multiple women, get
Yeah.
all this attention, and then just be like, hey guys, I'm here to promote boot
Yeah.
juice.
The reason
all
we
these
need
women.
multiple girlfriends is because we are high on boot juice.
Mhm. Yeah. So, all right. So, Danny, you're gonna hire this. You find like a good looking guy. Okay.
Super handsome dude.
He,
yeah.
he's
like the
out.
handsomeness.
He's dating constantly. Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
of the
he's
girls.
always got in his hand a bottle of Danny
Boot
Bryson's boot juice, and that's his one identifying characteristic. So, in all the "Are We Dating the Same Guy" Facebook groups, it's like, wait, hold on.
Boot juice
Was he
everywhere.
drinking Danny Bryson's boot juice
Or
constantly?
DB, DBBJ for short.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to give me a DBBJ.
Boot juice trend. Boot juice just begins to trend like
Yeah.
crazy all
Yeah.
over every platform as long as they're not down.
DBBJs are going to go viral, and
Mhm.
nobody is sleeping when they're on the DBBJ.
Hello, golden helicopter. I'll be
Mhm.
buying that within
Finally.
a year with this
Finally.
strategy.
Finally.
First,
Good.
I have to
So
make
I'm so
boot
glad
juice, though.
Facebook is back, baby.
Yes,
yeah.
we're back on.
We're back
man.
on. Okay. All right. Well, people might be craving a DBBJ when they are suffering from a hangover, which suddenly I know that you two are not drinkers. I myself am not a big drinker.
But you know how to.
Yeah, I do know how to. And back in my day, I could have definitely, thank God all my bad hangovers came prior to COVID.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like long COVID might be responsible for people having particularly bad hangovers now, more severe hangovers than ever.
I feel like
I
long
would-
COVID is the new dark magic.
Yeah, I want to see the studies on this. Like, I'm not saying it's not true, but like, there's a lot of stuff where
part
they're
about it.
just like,
Mhm.
you know what? Broken crowns, long COVID. You know,
Long
like
COVID.
it's just like,
Yeah.
give us the evidence, and I will be the first to support and your cause, but
I
like,
have to date multiple women. Long COVID.
it's long COVID.
It's long COVID.
Yeah.
Yes. It's broken that part, the monogamous part of your brain.
My favorite long COVID was the one where it's like, I can't, it's like long COVID makes exercise miserable. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think it was
Exercise has
miserable before
always
COVID showed up.
sucked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think it
Yeah.
has anything to do with long COVID. I think that it's
Yeah.
just 2 years of no exercise
Yeah.
and trying to do it again.
Would love to know from the chat, has there been some kind of like hangover inflation? Are the hangovers now hitting harder than they were 5 years ago, or are people just getting older?
Well, yeah,
And even
that's
if
what I was
it
gonna
is
say.
happening, even if it is, and even if all of that, like even maybe the alcohol is cheaper made, maybe they're using different ingredients, maybe there's a lot of variables in this. And
So
Super
many.
Han says, nah, that it's not. So people are just getting older. People are getting older, which is
Because even
crazy.
prior to COVID, I would say that the hangovers in my 30s and 40s were getting worse than the hangovers in my 20s.
Were long COVID like? You'd say they were long COVID like?
Yes. Maybe I was
Before.
patient zero of COVID because I started getting really bad hangovers whenever I would drink in my 30s. And really like the last like 15, 20 years, I've noticed that the hangovers are just like worse and worse and worse.
Long COVID.
Yeah.
So
And you don't like exercising as much as you used to. So there you go.
No.
COVID as well.
No, definitely not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Long COVID. You got it. So listen, I don't want to poo-poo on long COVID because I do believe that some people are suffering repercussions of having COVID.
Yeah, Danny
and for
still
longer
doesn't have
periods of
his
time.
sense of smell back to
That's
normal.
right. And I had like heart palpitations for 2 years.
Oh my
And,
God.
Yeah, it was
And
like,
it wasn't love.
no, it wasn't the fun kind of palpitations that you
Okay.
get when you date multiple women on Facebook. It was like scary ones that show up at, unexpected times. You're like, okay, I'm about to die. This is
Yeah,
the
I'm
day.
having a heart attack right now. I better tell
Liz,
Liz
come
I'm
in
up.
here.
Liz,
Be
come
my
here. I love
spy.
you. I love you. I love everybody.
Wow.
So yeah, I totally think that there is something to it. Obviously I still can't taste or smell, but it's got there are
You
repercussions.
can't taste or
long-term.
smell. So what joy do you have in life now? Is there any?
You know what? Mountain Dew. I still got my Dew.
You
Which
don't
I
taste
read the other
Dew?
day, like even 2 cans of soda a week or something like
I saw
is
that. Too
deadly
much.
for you. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm doing that today. But then I said, Warren Buffett's still alive. He's eating nothing but ice cream and Diet Coke. So there's got to be some
And
genetic.
he's like so healthy too.
Oh,
Like
he
that's
looks
who
like-
you aspire
yeah.
to be.
He looks like a Greek god, and he's been
yeah.
pounding ice cream and Diet Coke for like 80 years.
Crazy. Do you still have the superpower of detecting pre-BO, Danny?
Yes, that still exists where I can smell my own BO. It's such a curse.
Before it happens.
Yeah.
Before it happens.
I think it's before it happens.
Wow.
I mean,
You don't
people are
know.
too polite. People are too polite to be like, dude, you stink.
You got to
'Cause
talk
I'll-
to Liz. Actually, when I go out on our man venture at some
Mhm.
point, you
You
and
tell
I,
me when I start to stink, because I will stink eventually. on a
but you
long
tell
day.
me when you think you start to stink, and then I'll tell you if you
Okay, I
do
can
currently
do that.
stink or not yet.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. That's all we need. 1 point of data.
Because I really think if we got this and you do have pre-BO powers, then that is
Want some
marketable.
money.
That is
Yeah.
marketable. It's like, let's go on dates with people. We hover in the background. We jump in when
bro,
a dude is about to break out in
starting.
BO and be like, you need to bounce. Then he goes to the restroom, climbs out the back window, saves the day.
But
Saves
you
it.
could do it in other people also, Danny. You can tell when the person is about to get BO or
No.
just only yourself.
And I didn't want to break Tyson's hopes.
Wait, so it's just yourself?
Just myself.
So how do we market this? Magic?
I'm so sorry. There are other things
In-
we can market. Tyson, boot juice.
No,
being
listen,
first and foremost.
stage. We're on the stage, but surrounded by people very tightly. Okay, everyone. In 5, Danny's gonna have BO. 4.
Nope. I could be a BO, a deodorant tester.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, their finest noses can't detect it yet. And be like, no, it's there. It's coming. It's emerging from the pores. And then
Yeah,
be
but
like,
that
hit it
doesn't matter.
early.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
it's so
only-
interesting,
how
Tyson,
early?
because Danny's almost kind of like I believe is it Mozart who was deaf, right? Where that Danny does not have a sense of smell, yet
Yeah,
he can acutely pick up on when he himself is about to have BO prior to anybody else who has a perfect sense of smell is able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
My
we got to
superpower, what a
figure out a
blessing.
way to bet on this with
Well,
Danny.
let's
So
keep
we go,
brainstorming.
let's go to Vegas. This is what we do. We go to Vegas. We say, this man's sense of smell is broken. We have doctors come in, prove it all. But he can tell you within 2 minutes of when he is going to have extreme BO.
Mm-hmm.
And we have people's noses in there. Then we have
throwing out
gambling
money.
lines, just
Yeah.
throwing out money, dude. Like that scene in Deer Hunter with the roulette where there's just like money going around and stuff. It's like that, but with people smelling your arms.
Also, I have to be clear. I have something like 5% or 5 to 10% of my smell and taste. So
How
it's
do you
not like
know what
completely-
percent it is?
That's just kind of like a guess, like how often in the day I can taste something or smell something. Like most of the day, I have nothing going through my nose, but every now and
So
then,
if
I'm like,
it-
oh, dude, I can smell that.
So if it doesn't matter what you eat, then why don't you just like eat healthy all the time?
People always ask that because there's other components of eating that I think that we look for when we're eating. First, and there's also memory. There's like not muscle memory, but like eating memory. You're like, dude, this should taste good. I remember, and I've talked about this. This is how this thing should taste pretty good. And maybe in some way I can trick myself into thinking I can taste it if I just don't pay attention. So yeah, sorry.
Danny,
Sorry,
I
not
know.
yet.
Danny, I know you wish that you were on the Warren Buffett diet of eating ice cream and a Diet Coke. And so let's talk about a man who is on a similar trajectory. I would bet that we've talked about this person here before, but here is 70-year-old Dan Gorski, and he has extended his Guinness Book of World Record for the most Big Mac burgers eaten in a lifetime. About 34,000 Big Macs eaten in a lifetime by Dan Gorski.
Look at that full head of hair at 70, lamb chops down to his chin. This guy is a picture of
Can you
health.
predict this guy's BO, Danny?
No, I bet you.
Yeah, I can.
Oh.
Constant
Mac
BO.
BO.
Also, this is the guy from Super Size Me. He was featured in the movie Super Size Me, I think, or
Like 20 years ago.
yeah, where he was like, I love Big Macs. I fell in love with Big Macs. I eat 2 a day. Is that what he's doing still, 2 a day?
He's still, yeah. He ate 728 additional Big Macs throughout 2023.
You know what? Bionic Man needs to look into this diet. You know, he's taking like $1 million worth of pills and young blood a year. If it's only 2 Macs a day that keeps you alive, that's much cheaper.
We
Or at least it
need
used to be pretty
to see him with his shirt off.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Nicole in the chat says, that's a toupee if I've ever seen one. Okay. Hold on. What do we think?
I know.
Wait,
that-
hold on. What if Big Macs grow super girthy hair follicles? And that's what we're seeing.
We have heard that the French fries, the stuff that the French fries and stuff are fried in, does promote hair growth. But
facial hair growth.
You know what though?
he had
I'm
he
looking at
had
this picture. That is
he had a
weird.
pumpkin pie haircut when he was in the documentary 20 years
Yeah,
ago. Like
look at
Google pictures of him from 20 years ago in the film Super Size Me. His haircut was super pumpkin pie back then. So I don't know if he had a toupee back then or if they go in and he's just like,
Look
what
at
do you
that
want? He's like,
picture
the
of
pumpkin
him in
pie.
look at the picture at the bottom of him in flip-flops laying on a pile of Big Macs with his flowing hair.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
That's like
Okay. Let me. Okay. Here we go. Let me bring up Danny's request of. But he's taking so many Big Mac photo shoots. Do you think, Tyson, that he's like a Big Mac influencer? Is his Instagram lit? You better hope Instagram comes back.
Wow. That is not real hair. Is that real hair? He's got
Is it a wig?
cut.
I don't even know what to believe anymore. If that's real hair, that is just magnificent.
How many Big Macs did they waste to make this photo?
That can't be real. He's not on real Big Macs. That's got to be photoshopped. The lighting's kind of strange. Like he's got the palest feet I've ever seen. But it's just like I need to know. Is everything about this
Yeah.
guy a lie? His hair, is the Big
Yeah,
Mac?
the watch looks a little weird too.
Hmm.
Is this AI generated
This
photo?
might be. We
That
need
is not that. I mean the M in the back, the golden arches. No, that I've never seen an overhang like that. But that wasn't a watch. That was a life monitoring monitor. Like if
Oh,
you're
okay.
eating that many Big Macs, like McDonald's
Yes.
probably has him on 24-hour surveillance to keep him alive. They
Yeah.
are like,
Yeah, because if
corporate is
anything happens to him, like the McDonald's PR team is like, all right, stat everybody, it's D-Day. All right, because
No,
your
no,
man
they-
who has the Guinness Book of World Record most Big Macs eaten in a lifetime has massive heart attack.
yeah,
That's
They
bad PR.
They sneak in while he's sleeping and inject celery juice to his veins. They're like
I think he's
doing,
saying
Yeah.
blood.
yeah, they're doing young blood. They're taking what young blood millionaire technologies and just like unbeknownst to him, so that he can, with good conscience, go out to the world every day and say, "I'm known for eating Big Macs." And
The minute he
I feel
dies,
great.
his body will be whisked away by McDonald's and quickly put into like
Mhm.
just cremated as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Like he's got to die like
No
on a
autopsy.
Friday night, like
Yeah.
over like Christmas break. Like they got to bury that in the news cycle.
Yeah.
Gorski. Gorski. Sounds like someone who'd eat a lot of Big Macs.
Mhm. Yeah.
You think that's a Big Mac eating name?
Oh yeah.
was that his given name or he changed it to Dan Gorski?
Dude, you can, because now it can be a verb. I just Gorski'd that Big Mac, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Does that mean to put it in the freezer and eat it later? Is that what Gorskiing is?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Put a
you
Big
know, I
Mac
was,
in the freezer.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say
okay.
chugging it, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just to compete, Tyson, if you should consider potentially taking on Gorski and getting this PR, I did ask AI to what would it look like if Tyson Apostol was relaxing on a giant pile of Big Macs. We got this instead.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
Tyson, a young Tyson, I think.
You
with-
think younger than I am?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, Tyson lounging in a big pile of French fries.
With
Yeah,
chicken nuggets on the. Oh no, those are buns.
Yeah. These look like this is like some kind of breakfast
me.
sandwich
It's
with
a breakfast
Tyson.
burrito with hamburger.
Oh,
logo wrap.
okay.
Yeah. This might
Oh,
Oh,
there
be.
we
that
go.
one. That's the one.
Yeah, dude.
That
And that one, you look a little uncomfortable, like you're slipping
Yeah.
off of the pile of burgers.
It's not comfortable to sit on burgers. They're squishy. This is how
Yeah.
you would look.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is this
That
better?
was good too.
I mean,
I-
you might be
the
missing.
hand is
Danny
weird.
might be hiking in the background.
Yeah, I like the
And-
last one more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But, yeah, is there more?
No, these are.
Yeah, that
These
was the
are-
best one.
That's a great thumbnail. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You look really uncomfortable though to be sitting on all those burgers.
You're
No,
pretty
it
good.
is- You don't want to get moisture up your butt, but you're going to with this.
Yeah. How'd you get up there?
So much sauce.
They had to lift me up there with a crane and then set me down. Also, it's interesting that I've had short hair now for quite a while, and AI still wants me to have long hair. Is that a sign? Is that something from the universe where I'm like,
I think that
Yeah,
it has
once.
captured the essence of you, and the essence of you
Is
is long
long
hair
Yeah.
okay,
in denim
yeah,
on this
Although
giant
all-
pile
Leather
of
jacket.
burgers.
yeah.
It mistakenly has all of the buttons done up to the almost.
Oh,
to the
too many
top.
buttons.
Too many
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah.
No gold necklace.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't flaunt the gold very often. I'll show it to the. You can't even really see it. Can you see it good enough? There, it's
I know you.
glistening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. Yeah.
So I don't usually wear my gold chains out. I usually keep them tucked, just like a little glimmer here to just like on the side so people can know that I am wearing gold. That's all you need. You just
Mhm.
want people to know. You don't need to necessarily have it in their face the whole time.
Yeah. Just a little tease.
A little
Yep.
tease. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. Well, we talked about the record for most Big Macs, but if somebody is trying to break the record for most hot dogs, they are going to be sorely disappointed as the Philadelphia Phillies are taking away $1 hot dog night because too many wieners are being thrown on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, I wondered why. I wondered why they.
Whenever
were
you're
taking it away.
handing people something to throw that can be thrown, you're just asking for trouble, especially in
at a
Philadelphia.
discount. Yeah, at a
Yeah.
discount. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. That makes sense because I saw the headline. I was like, but why though? Because they're making $100 a person. They have a great baseball team. What is $1 hot dog to them? Who cares? Like, do that one night because that's how it's exciting for people. So what are they going to do instead?
Nothing. Full price hot dog night.
Full
Yeah,
price
make them
hot dog. night.
$50.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want a ballpark hot dog right now? Is it because probably because we talked about it? I'm
Sounds
incepted.
good.
I got incepted.
Is that a
Yeah.
hot dog cannon in the picture? Is he shooting hot dogs from the hot dog shaped cannon?
Do they shoot hot dogs from the hot? So does the Philly fanatic? Do any of our Philly sports fans? Can they tell us here? I'll show you the picture. Okay. This is the Philly fanatic shooting hot dogs from the hot dog cannon.
You can't,
Dude.
What does the caption say?
you can't catch a buttered
The
dog.
Philly fanatic comes out with his hot dog launcher during the 5th inning of a baseball game between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah.
Okay, he set the bad example. He's the one that started chucking or shooting hot dogs into the crowd.
Well, the Philly
Don't give him
fanatic is a
credit.
troublemaker,
Doc says that-
notoriously.
Doc says they do shoot hot dogs. So here's the thing. This is fun and all. This is a spectacle, but you shoot a hot dog and a spectator catches it in their mouth.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
100 grand. 100 grand for that
Yep.
person.
Totally. Or
Give them
free car.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Or a free
Yeah.
car or for life. It has to be caught on the Megatron or whatever those big giant things.
People are
called,
losing
jumbotrons.
eyeballs.
Yeah. It
Popping
Doesn't
eyeballs
matter,
with the
dude.
hot
Just
dog.
like,
It's like,
you got to wear
Yeah.
sunglasses. So this is the night. This is what you do. Everybody
Hey.
gets safety goggles. It's safety goggle, hot dog
Safety,
mouth night.
safety goggle night. Yeah.
So safety goggles for everybody. They're not going to throw those because they need to save them to hopefully win 100 grand by gargling a hot dog.
Yeah.
Like you
Hey.
get 100 grand to catch it in your mouth and another 100 grand to swallow it whole without chewing it.
Okay. What do you call the Phillies fan that catches the hot dog in their mouth?
the hot dogger.
Popular.
Yeah, that's true. I get it. Danny doesn't
Yeah.
get it yet.
I don't. To make it sound like I do, but I don't.
You're going to meet a lot of people that night at the stadium.
Yeah, everybody's going to want to piece of Danny Bryson after he catches that dog.
I don't think I have dog catching capabilities. I think I'm too old to have the reflexes necessary to catch a 50-mile-an-hour hot dog in my
Really?
mouth.
So the creator of DBBJ can't catch a hot dog in his mouth.
Boot juice, well-aged boot juice is a very
Uh-huh.
slow process. There's
Uh-huh.
no speed required, no like fast reaction times needed, Tyson. But after I've had 2 or 3 cans of boot juice, I probably will have the reflexes necessary
Okay.
Uh-huh.
to catch a dog.
All right. Some research came out on we always talk about state information. You'll never guess the most stressed state.
I mean, I want to say it's like some
New
New
York,
York
you would
or
want to
LA
say.
or
No,
something.
not even in the top 10.
Wow.
The most stressed state is
Kentucky.
Kentucky is not in the top 10. It's Tennessee.
Oh, why?
Working 9 to 5.
Yeah, I guess so. That
I
they
don't
say-
know, yeah.
Yeah, it's the volunteer state. So maybe there's like they're
Pressure.
overextended.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Tennessee, Alabama, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Nevada. Tyson, Arizona's number 8.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8. That's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah.
I don't feel stressed, but I wonder if it
Longest
has-
average commute times also in Tennessee.
Oh, is that why?
What?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense.
They have, I don't know, maybe all the good jobs are in like Nashville.
I'm realizing how little I know about Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Not very much.
Alabama has people have some of the highest divorce rates.
Mm.
Interesting, right? Do you want to know
Sure.
what the happiest state is, though?
Maine,
No, not Maine.
Alaska, Hawaii.
Keep going.
So, it's the happiest guy we know, Tyson.
Danny
Danny Bryson,
Utah.
Utah,
Ta-da! It starts
happiest
here
state in America.
in the bullet hole.
But
this
is it
where
that like
begins.
is that really happy though, or is that like a facade?
No,
Oh,
well, first of all, we have one of the strongest economies in the
Okay.
U.S., so that
Oh,
makes
okay.
a huge difference.
Yeah.
Probably for all those other markers that were in the most stressed out state, I think that Utah does fairly well. So Tyson, don't be a hater. Health
Yeah.
stress, pretty good health. Work
Listen.
stress, I don't know about that. Money stress is doing well. Family stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 things they use to measure happiness or sadness.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I
Don't be
think
jealous because
happy-
you're the 8th most unhappy.
Yeah.
happiness
And not even in the
starts
top 10
home.
for happy. Yeah.
Happiness starts in the home.
That's what they say.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's your beloved North Carolina? Rob?
Not in the top 10 of either list. Not happy, not stressed.
Mm.
Perfect. That's where
Yeah.
you
More in
want
the
to be
middle.
because
Yeah.
then there's no stress to be happy.
Yeah. Tyson,
there's
number
no
2 is
pressure.
Hawaii. Do you subscribe to that?
As the happiest?
Yeah. Second
Yeah.
happiest.
Yeah, second happiest. You're just
Oh,
out
it is?
there
Second
living
happiest? Yeah.
outdoors,
Yes.
having a great time, going to the beach. Yeah.
Has the lowest rate of adult depression and the 4th lowest divorce rate.
Totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
A lot of sun.
Yes.
The
Okay.
only thing against Utah, and it is hard to believe, is that the winters are so long. It's hard to imagine that. But Maryland, I mean, look, that's 3rd.
Maryland is 3.
They have
Yeah.
Maybe they-
winter.
maybe they did
Minnesota.
this.
Well, here's where it gets a little. New Jersey is number 5.
Great. Why
Mhm.
did they throw that in there? Now the whole results and they kind of gonna question
Yeah.
those now.
Yeah.
Who
New
knows?
Jersey is New Jersey not the Garden State? That's New Hampshire.
That is the Garden State. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
New Jersey is the Garden State.
I believe New Hampshire's the Granite State.
Yeah.
So if New Jersey is the Garden State, then there's got to be more parts to New Jersey than what we know, which makes me think maybe
Mhm.
it's secretly happy and we don't know why, but there's
Yeah.
gardens out
I mean,
there.
Jersey Shore is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I know about New Jersey is the show,
Mhm.
the Jersey people show, and what when South Park made fun of them. Other than that, I don't really know anything about New Jersey, so I shouldn't
Okay.
comment.
All right. And then one other story, okay, out of the world of sports, the NFL Combine was this week, and one of the participants in the NFL Combine made a lot of news when he talked about how that he is thinking that these flat Earth theories are pretty interesting, and he says he doesn't believe in space.
Due to his religion, because religion forbids space as an idea that you can believe in.
What
Yeah,
religion?
I don't know, but I just read the headline. I thought, this is crazy, but I don't really want to read this.
And it's a
Mhm.
college. It's a college guy.
Yes, he's 22 years old. His name is Tyler Owens. He said, I don't believe in space. I'm real religious, so I think we're alone right now. I don't think there's other planets and other stuff like that.
Okay, now, having heard that quote, you could
Mhm.
take that to mean something else. I'd have
Yeah.
to discuss this with him. Is he saying he doesn't believe in like other people living out in space?
Maybe,
Or does he not
but
believe in the solar system?
it sounds like he doesn't even believe that other planets exist, but he
Yeah.
could be meaning other planets with life.
Livable. Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's
that's
what he's saying.
possible. He might be using space as a category. He did say, I don't believe in space, but he's also talking about that he thinks that the flat Earth is pretty interesting. He said, I used to believe in the heliocentric thing. That's a pretty, scientific word, where we used to revolve around the sun and stuff. But then I started seeing flat Earth
What?
stuff, and I was like, this is kind of interesting. They started bringing up valid points. So, I mean, I don't know. Could be real, couldn't be.
Valid
Is he
points.
trolling us? Is he trolling us?
It's
Yeah.
possible.
I think he might be. If he knows heliocentric,
Mm-hmm.
then it sounds like he might be.
And how was this?
How did it come up?
How
Yeah, how
did it
does
come
this-
up?
Hmm.
Do you
So you
believe
just-
in any
yeah.
wackadoo theories? Yes, I do actually.
That's what the owners ask, or the scouts after
Yeah.
watching him run his 40. They're like, "Oh, by the
No,
way,
Yeah,
after
it's
Kyrie
unclear how
Irving
this came up.
and did that whole garbage talk. They were like, we can't have this again in a major sports league.
maybe they're like, that was a pretty fast 40. How did you manage that?" He'd be like, "Well, with the Earth being flat, no curvature, it's a lot easier to
Mhm.
run." I mean,
Yeah.
maybe that's what he said.
Yeah. Like maybe because he's running back and they're like, boy, we got to see this guy if he can get open in space. He's like, space? That's a crock. Like,
Why
what?
the-
What do you mean?
By the way, what does it matter if he believes in space or not? If he's an awesome running back, You know, like that's not something that qualifies you for being great at sports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's not like
there's
he's
more to being
traveling
a
to
pro
another
athlete.
planet.
There's more to being a pro athlete because you are when
I know
words
you're
come
going
out
to
of
say
your
there's
mouth.
some,
When
yeah,
words come out
but
of your mouth, you're representing your team.
eh, if he was a great running back and he didn't believe in space, I'd still sign him. No questions
Yeah.
asked.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Tyson.
how controversial can this guy be before you're like not worth it?
To me, this is a harmless belief
Yeah.
that isn't going to really hurt anyone, so I'm fine with it.
Can I give my unique perspective on this?
I think you
Maybe
should.
once upon a time, I might be like a little bit more concerned, but as a person who roots for a pro athlete that has some wild takes, can we win the game on Sunday? I don't care what you believe in. Can
Does
we
he
get it?
believe
Can
in
we?
the team?
Can we go? Do you believe in winning?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about I root for a football team where we have gone through 4 plays with Aaron Rodgers and about 900 controversies.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are the Jets going to do it this coming season?
Are they do what? Win?
Win some stuff?
Well, let's hope
Don't
we
bring
win
it up,
some stuff.
Tyson.
Yeah.
Don't even
Yeah,
bring this.
sorry.
It's way too
Sorry.
early.
What a
Mhm.
downer.
Why open that
What a
wound
downer.
before it
Yeah.
has to be?
That's
Yeah.
true. It just barely got closed up again.
Right? Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let it heal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Danny, are you ready to take us to your world famous bolt hole?
Indeed.
Okay. Here we go. Danny's bolt hole coming up.
Welcome to my old hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yes.
I have an update that I thought we might see on our list of stories. And it's Willy Wonka experience got so much news.
I
after the top.
know. We were ahead of the curve and then it was
So
everywhere.
And of course, Billy McFarlane, we all remember him from the Fire Festival.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to get in on it. The minute he saw that it was taking off, he's like, it's time to inject my name into this controversy, and has offered his services to organize a second chance Willy Wonka party.
At the
And-
Illuminati house?
Well, I don't know what venue, that's an important part of making the right party. But if the organizers have any sense, they will avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a warning. And I've talked about this many times in the past, so this is a pretty common theme for me. Also making the rounds in the news is the story about scientists suggesting that we dehydrate a layer of the Earth's atmosphere to fight global warming.
I don't like the sound of that.
Right? Like it was an umbrella. Remember the giant
Yeah.
million square mile umbrella first to
Yep.
shield the Earth, and now it's like dehydrating a layer of Earth. No. Why do I have to keep saying this? Scientists, if you're listening to me, no.
Is this
No,
a problem?
no.
Did one of our layers get too hydrated?
Right? Like dehydrate. First of all, that doesn't sound good. You're going to
Mhm.
dehydrate a layer of Earth's atmosphere, and you're sure you can target the right part of the atmosphere, and that the effects of this dehydration will be appropriate and an appropriate response. Let's
Mhm.
not do that. Okay. Let's not open up umbrellas in space to shield us from the sun. Let's not dehydrate.
We might need
any-
the umbrellas when they start dehydrating the atmosphere.
Yeah, right. They're like, okay, look, the
Mhm.
dehydration thing set us on a crash course with disaster. So what we need now is the umbrella. And then
Yeah.
it's just like one thing after another. And like, actually, now we need to seed the atmosphere with aluminum. And then before you know it, this is just a giant rotating ball of ice.
Yeah.
Oh man, how I wish this college kid was right about there being no space and the Earth being flat and nothing
so much
except
easier.
for like us in a bubble. Like, come
Right?
on. Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Uh,
Where does he think we exist? Like, where does the Earth exist if not in
Where do the
space?
satellites go when we
Where do
put
they-
them up?
How is Elon Musk? Where's he sending
How is
those
the moon
astronauts?
out there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So many questions for him. And they probably stopped after that. So do you believe the Earth is flat? Well, I don't know about that, but there's no space. And they're like, okay, so what do you think about the Jets this year?
Yeah.
Like, is that how the discussion went? Like just ignored it, just passed right over it. It would
Yeah.
be easier though. But we do have an atmosphere. There is space. There is a giant burning ball of gas that keeps us warm. let's not dehydrate the atmosphere. All right. Let's not put
Okay.
up umbrellas. Let's solve the problem where it exists and not try to create more problems with these wackadoodle ideas.
Yeah.
It's like the Willy Wonka of ideas, the Willy Wonka party of ideas. Terrible. Don't do it. End of rant.
I need
Okay.
to see more science on it first. Like, let's
No,
be certain.
Tyson. No.
Listen. Maybe there is something to it. I'm not saying let's do it because I think that there will be some blowback that we don't know or understand or realize. But if we can fail safe this,
not possible.
to
100%. Think about the complexity of solving this problem. Think about the environment you're trying to operate it in.
Yeah.
It's just there's too many variables you can't account for.
And don't we want that thing thicker rather than thinner? Like, shouldn't we be rehydrating it? Overhydrating?
I'm sure there's a group of scientists who are like, no, we need to hydrate certain layers of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right. There's always a group like that.
Yeah. More hydration.
Only dehydrate, food, I guess. Maybe your pets.
Jerky.
I did see something about people dehydrating their pets, freeze drying their pets.
What?
So, yeah.
Freeze dry your
die?
pets?
Yeah, it looked pretty good too, I have to say, in the article pictures.
Well, hold up. So
Yeah.
this is not the headline you used for your bolt hole. You use the dehydrate the atmosphere when there's dehydrate your pets.
No, I'm trying to remember. I think it was freeze dry. I'm gonna look it up.
Man,
Is it like a taxidermy, Danny?
Yeah, the freeze dry process of taxidermy. There you go. Lots of people offering this service. It looked pretty good, by the way.
Yeah.
Might be a little weird.
Hope you did
but
that
it
in an
did look
incognito window. You're going to be getting
good. Oh
a
no,
lot
it's
of
too late.
emails. Yeah, the cookies got you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of my internet. I need to close all my windows here in the next couple minutes and walk away.
Yeah, create a new Chrome profile.
Yeah. All right, Danny's bolt hole, everybody. Danny, anything else?
I mean, come on. I could talk for hours on all sorts of crazy stuff, but no, I have to.
Should we one day? Should we one day do that? Just like a 19-hour bolt hole episode marathon?
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, we would be so tired. We would need to hydrate.
BJJ, DB's, BJs, dude.
Dude, I will send you guys each a case of my boot juice.
Extra caffeinated.
Extra caffeinated, but tons of electrolytes, by the way, because that's part of the boot juice feature is that it has electrolytes to give you, energy. That's where the energy really comes from, is my unique collection of salts.
Not from the caffeine.
No, the caffeine, that's from green tea and some other natural caffeine sources. So that's just a small part of the energy. Yeah. It's mostly my dongleberries that I have harvested in remote islands of the Pacific.
The extra dongleberries.
Yeah. So, yep, that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, great job today, Danny. What else is coming up for you?
Ooh, just looking for stories for News AF. Probably in the next week, I'll be plugging along there. I'm doing gear reviews that get watched by very few people because they're so niche. But yeah,
but they're watched by the right people.
They are actually. They're watched by people who really seem to enjoy them. So that's all that matters. And I enjoy
gear?
Them.
What gear are you
covering? Running gear.
Okay. Is there any crossover there? Like this is for running or skiing?
Yeah, of course. Clothing crossover. Not a lot of people. I mean, you see the data. A lot of people do trail running, but not a lot of people watch gear reviews for very specific trail running items. That's the problem. But you know what? That's not why I make the videos.
You're a pioneer. You make them for yourself.
I just like making videos. I really do. So that's it.
Well,
what about you, Tyson?
Thank you for your service, Danny. My mom's coming into town at some point.
Okay.
Closing on the new house. Closing on the new house at some point this week, hopefully, if I can qualify to even buy this thing. And covering Survivor and going to Mexico in next week.
Cool.
Whoa.
Yeah. We'll
That's
be
nice.
Not till the end of next week. Yeah, for spring break. So
yeah.
So we'll be having a great time, hopefully.
Going to be able to see the that's next week, but are you going to go watch the solar eclipse, Tyson?
I've thought it just seems so much work to travel, but I should be taking my kids to see it somewhere because really is a
Amazing.
spectacle and a wonder. Are you taking your family anywhere to see it?
Yeah, maybe I'll go to Tennessee. It's passing through there.
Yeah.
So,
I thought somewhere in Texas.
But be
might
careful,
be.
Danny. It's very stressful.
yeah, it sounds like what might be stressful. I just feel like I'm so ignorant. It's passing through Texas and then going basically in a curve up to Newfoundland. And the problem is, before it was just a 4-hour drive. This is a big risk to go all the way out there, book everything in advance, and see clouds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Did you see that there's that Delta flight you could go on that is gonna go?
Yeah, we
That
covered
would be worth
that.
it.
Yeah.
So
But it's flying to Detroit. I don't want to go to Detroit.
yeah. Pete said Mexico has the best chance for clear skies. There's no worry in
Yeah, you have to go to Sonora.
like the scariest part.
Yeah, I looked at the route and I'm like, oh boy, yeah, I'm not going there. So
But maybe it will be safe then with everybody flocking.
I think during the solar eclipse, it would be
That's the most likely time
terrifying.
to get mugged.
Or people just going crazy, like it's end time.
The pickpockets just go
When you
berserko in the cover of darkness.
Wow.
Yes,
Middle of the day. They're like, this is our one time of the year where we get to do this in the day. Yeah. I'm still thinking I should take my kids to see it at some point somewhere, but I haven't decided yet.
I offered to take my wife, and she's like, I don't care about an eclipse.
She's never seen one then.
She said, I don't care about an eclipse. I only care about the Northern Lights. She said, I'm like, Northern Lights?
You can see those any time of year, anytime
Eclipse
you
is
travel.
much better than Northern Lights. She said,
Yes.
eclipse is stupid. Aurora Borealis is cool.
Wow. Didn't know she was so anti-eclipse.
Well, this is crazy to hear. I've seen an
Tyson,
eclipse.
I don't know what I can't like. Just
Tell
because
her this.
she believes it in her, it doesn't have to make sense.
Tell her this. Father Nature, Tyson Apostol himself, has seen a solar eclipse and would rather see another solar eclipse than see the Northern Lights. Even though
She
would
could
also
have
like to see
the
Northern
worst take, and she will clutch it till her dying breath. If you try to say like, no, actually, no, that's not. No, so don't tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, but I think
I don't know.
We'll take you there. You see it, and then you decide.
I'm not. No, she doesn't get to go.
Look, you can just wait till the umbrella's put up, and then it'll be like a solar eclipse every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for you, Tyson?
Probably, but that's all I can think of.
Okay. I did promise last week we were going to have a new News AF channel. We are still trying to get it launched. I was trying to get this one streaming. So we may end up posting this episode on the new channel and then posting shorts during the week. We did not forget about it. Working on it. Work in progress. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. Boy, we're getting spammed to hell of somebody wanting to know what we think about Rihanna getting money for an Indian wedding performance this week.
Yeah.
Look, she just had a baby. She did her best. And the person who paid, they're the only one whose opinion matters. So complain all you want, but if the Indian guy's happy, then
Sackin fans is not a bot, just persistence. I mean, if anybody wants to pay us, an absurd amount of money to go anywhere, we'll go.
Yep.
Okay. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
It's out in the universe, in the ether.
Yeah. All right. And then we've got everything else going on RHAP, Survivor, Traders, the Big Brother Canada is back. Everything's happening. All right. So make sure you're locked in. Thank you for joining us. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.